Hi friends, thanks for joining me for Junk Journal January. Today is day 16 and the prompt is flow. And when I hear the word flow, it makes me think of water. It makes me think of relaxation and just like chilling out. And then it also makes me think of my friend Caroline of Caroline on the Hillside because she has a prompt that she uses or a hashtag that she uses, and it's Free Flow Friday. So my page today, I'm doing with the thought of being inspired by her in the way that she does her mixed media. So today is going to be a real experiment because for one, I just put gesso on vellum, and vellum is a very interesting material and it doesn't really take to getting wet well. So, but that's okay. I don't care. We're just going to have fun and we're just going to have a play. So I gessoed the vellum and then I hit it with my heat gun to dry it out. And now I am stamping it, as you can see. Now these stamps I got from my friend Annie of Annie Creates. Thank you, Annie. I had won a giveaway that she did, and there was a bunch of stamps in it. And one of my goals this year, as you've maybe heard a couple of times already during this collaboration, is to play with my stamps. Play with my stamps, and then also to get into mixed media a little bit. I don't really have a plan here. I'm just grabbing some stamps, and I picked circular stamps because circles, squares are rigid to me because they have sharp corners, but circles have a better flow. So that's why I chose circular stamps. You might notice that the stamps are not going on perfectly, and that is to be expected because on the opposite side, on the other side of the page, it's very lumpy. There's a big strip of material. So this page does not lay flat. So it would be basically impossible for me to get the stamps to go on there just right. I was thinking about what else I could add to the page, and I decided that I'd like to work with some napkin because napkin is somewhat translucent. So I'm going to go ahead and take some pieces of this napkin off that I'd like to use on the page. You can use scissors to cut your napkin, but you can get a more natural shape if you use a paintbrush dipped in water and just draw the design out that you want and then pull your napkin apart, and it works perfectly. You can use Mod Podge or glue stick to attach your napkin to your paper, and if you use Mod Podge, use it really thin, otherwise you might get a sticky feeling. I've been using glue stick lately and it works great. While I am adding some of this napkin to the page, I want to mention to you guys that Junk Journal January is hosted by Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. They will be listed in my description box. Once I get the napkin on, I really want to add one more piece. I feel like it needs a centerpiece or something to anchor it because there's a lot going on. So on my desk, I just happened to have a piece of fabric, and it was gifted to me, and it has a stamp on it. And the stamp, and you'll see it in just a second, it was stamped with a circular pattern. So it's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and use it on this spread. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to attach it, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some color to it. Before we add color to it, I want to add a stamp with a saying on the inside of the circle. That stamp came out great, so that makes me really happy. Now let's go ahead and add some color to the circle. Again, no plan, just going to go in with my markers and start by adding a little bit of color to the edges. Then I'm going to work my way to the inside and then around and just do it little by little. I'm really going slow at first because I want to test the markers to see how much they will bleed. They didn't bleed nearly as much as I thought they would, so I feel good about that. I feel like I can add the color with a little bit of control. These black markers that I'm using, I received as a gift from my friend by Mimi with Love. Thank you, Mimi. This pink is super bright, so I'm only putting a little bit in each circle, like right on the edge. Going around the edge of the page, it's super bright, but using just a little bit of it, I think looks really good. Now I've grabbed some ink, and this ink is interesting. I haven't used it a lot. It's very watery, and it's kind of translucent, yet it has color, and the color is teal. So I'm just putting a little bit on the page here and there. I'm going to give you a couple of close-ups of the page. I first am going to mark it with the word flow and then add the day. Thank you all for spending some time here and experimenting with me today. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.